let's get started. So this is going to be like a general reading, but it's really going to be focusing on what's happening this month of the new moon, where that starts on April the 17th. The new moon will be in Aries. So we already started the Aries season. It is lit, okay? If you haven't already experienced things that started moving fast, or anything that you've been praying on or meditating on, and you have received it, or you got news that you're going to receive it, then this is the time when it's going to happen if you haven't already, or started those more than one things that you're supposed to receive. So we're in the season that the delays must stop, the shortcomings must stop, the people that has been taking advantage of you must stop, and you need forward moving action. When Mars entered Aries back on the 9th of this month, that really put in the action that Mars is known for, to push it forward or what you're looking for. And we're going to get into that for this weekend. So at the time that this would be released, we're in that season where the sun pretty much has conjuncted with Charon on Thursday the 16th, and then on the 17th we have the new moon Aries, and then the 18th is where the big plays with the money is going to be looked at. That's Juno conjuncting the Pluto, and that kind of deals what I'm learning from astrologers is saying that it's going to do with building your wealth, building relationships, being in the mix that things are moving forward. So let's kind of get into that, because it's a lot to kind of chew on as we're reaching the Sunday, the 19th of April. Mars will conjunct Saturn, so it's on, and the sun is going to be in Taurus. So to me, that all deals with foundation, building your foundation, building what you need to be able to move forward. So I'm going to start, of course, with my tarot deck here. In my readings, I don't really use the tarot deck unless I need to show visual. As an oracle intuitive, I read energy. And just to create a blurb on my business, Psychic Hope Intuitive, in the description it will tell you how you can book a session with me. I am running a special, so check out the discount in there. Do sign up to my email list, and you can get notifications of here and there of what I got going on, and when I do my live stream on my YouTube channel. It's been a while, but at any rate, here I am, and we can kind of get into that. I do my own numerology and my own astrology interpretation, and I do also have a session where I do Egyptian tarot readings. That's very powerful. You just kind of really want to go deep in a way that is fast, and it gets all into it, okay? All into those ancient books. I can do that as well. You can check that in my psychichopeintuitive.com/shop. And I do recommend to consider my Reiki session. Everything is energy. So by tapping into your aura in a sense of getting it clean, that's where you want to do the Reiki session. And I have added that on my shop, on my website, that you can go ahead and book a session with me. Right, correct. How you can book a session, you can either watch the video, or let's go ahead and tell you right now. It's just 2 steps. The first step is that you pay for the session. If it's not a Reiki session and you just want a live chat or a phone call, you do that first, and then you book your time. All right. You can also send us a direct message. So that can be through WhatsApp, that can be through your phone, and again, that information will be in the description. So let's go ahead, and the cards are talking now, and we're going to get into what do you need to know this powerful weekend of the new moon in Aries. This is going to be a timeless reading. So let's say 6 months or even the next year, which would be 2027, you want to kind of check this out. Does it matter to you? Absolutely. You want to always do that, because your soul is trying to point you to something that the person on the video is trying to share with you. So this is going to be a timeless reading, even though we're dealing with 2026 right now, this April. And my question to the universe for the collective is, what do you need to know for the new moon in Aries? There are going to be a lot of planets, if you haven't already started, in Aries, so that's powerful. I think it's a total of 7. So that's the number of God. And then on the 18th, that's when, is it Juno I'm hearing, conjunction with Pluto? Yes. So that's where your money, that's where your foundation is coming. So what do you need to know going forward? What choices you need to do, what you need to be aware of? That is my question. And we're going to get into that. Wow. Money. Family. I just hyped it. What is that? Wow. So that is the Emperor. I'm going to put it this way. That is the Emperor. So whenever I see the Emperor, I like to pause. That means it's a done deal. That means whatever's coming through. And look at that number. That's April. It's in the 4th month. 1, 2, 3. We're getting into the 4th week after the new moon. And the next week after this will be Venus conjuncting Uranus on the 23rd. So Uranus to me is that type of energy that it's going to happen no matter what. So whatever we're about to reveal, this is the universe telling you you're about to receive something. This is 10 of Cups. That's marriage, that's a relationship, that's family. Resources are coming in. The 10 of Cups bounces on Pisces, which just was the previous season, right? Let me go ahead and run the number. What number on this reading we're going to do? 5. Come on. So it's definitely something that they want me to have to deck that you're going to do. I see there's another 4. Look at that. Another 4. I'm looking at my the 17th. That's barely missed 8. So it's going to happen around the new moon Friday. Aries. Something that you don't realize is going to come to fruition. And right now I'm looking at my notes. It's going to be 4 other planets that's going to conjunct. Do that type of positioning. So the new moon is going to be big for you. If you're watching this, something is coming. Put it on your calendar. Prepare it before the day, at least 24 hours before. That can do your affirmations. That can be energy cleaning. I have to kind of put this blurb in there. That could be Reiki session. Okay, you want to clean your energy so you attract. You can even go on YouTube and find a higher frequency. If you're watching this, the majority of y'all need to be at 528 hertz. That's what I will look for, and that's what I tell my clients. I read and interpret their energy, and I give them a blueprint. I just don't do the reading and I'm done. I really try to help them and give them a blueprint so they can move forward. So if you're watching this, you need to be at 528 by the new moon. This is going to drop, so this video here. So if you're already on the new moon, go ahead and make sure that your energy is where it needs to be, or book a session with me. But here we have, this is the 4 of Queens. I do see that it's been like a holding of the finances, a slow of the finances, but it's going to be released because the overall energy is saying it's that. I'm going to switch the game, and I'm going to go to this deck before I go to my other deck. You're going to be happy. This is the World card. So you've been waiting on something for a long time. It's going to manifest. What else you can tell me with that? Judgment. So you did have people that didn't support you, right? It's coming to our head. So it's like, yeah, because you're getting out of whatever happened before. This is the 8 of Swords. So whatever that was binding you, you're coming out of it. You can see that the swords are coming out of it. Coming out of it. What else you can tell me? Yeah, somebody is coming. It can be something with a document or a contract or anything like that, but they are going to deliver what you've been waiting on. I hear something about a deal. Yeah, because here it is with the Hierophant. Some type of deal that you've been waiting on has taken its time, and Aries season is like getting it done, moving things out the way, obstacles, people, all that jazz, and then you're going to be stronger. So this is definitely the weekend, as I said, with on the 18th with Juno's conjuncting Pluto and that energy there. So if you've been looking for customers, you're going to get customers. If you've been looking for a new opportunity, someone is coming to offer you that. That could be a job or something like that. And here he is. You got Justice. Yeah, it's been a long time. That's the energy I pick up. A long time. Long time. Look at this. That you've been in pain, worried, but this is a career or your business. It's going to take off. It's going to take off. This seems like it's over here. Let me pull this deck. What else is to show what's going on? Because this is a very positive. I don't normally get this as the first card roll out, the 10 of Cups, because that's what you're aiming for. When you get to 10 of Cups, you got it. So what else is to show, to advise? Wow, the raccoon, resourcefulness. Didn't I say it? This is resources too, not just money. It could be different type of resources. It has to be money. And there it is, resources. That color there, I also interpret color because everything is energy. I hear happiness. I hear that it's been a long time. When you look at the flowers and the design at the bottom, it takes a while for the growth once you plant the seed. So whatever you've been planting, it's going to take off. And now I pick up the energy of the 7 Pentacles. So when we look at this, I'm going to leave it this way next to here. It's going to be no more of this holding and watching how you spend and all of that. I mean, of course you have to, but it's not going to be where you have to worry about that. It's, you got to wait till the next couple of days and then you can spend. It's going to be more freedom because you're going to receive the resources that you need and you're going to be happy. To me, this card represents the person itself and is finally receiving everything that it needs to receive. And this is the World card. Yes, it's the World card. And so you're going to receive it because that's what the overall energy is. And look, when I got that 5 is basically a multiple in the sense of 10. So we're dealing with the month of 2s with 4s, and it's multiplied from 2 to 4 and then to 8. 4, 4. Okay, I'm going to get it. 4 and then 4. So definitely a multiple of 8, which is abundance. 8 represents, and this represents you made it a breakthrough. This is also energy of breakthrough to me. And this represents the 10. I'm going to flip it this way. Is everything that you need. You know, this is complete happiness. Anything else to add to this message? I hear something about congratulations, your family is saying congratulations. Look at this, the flying fish. Look at those wings. So when we look at this symbolically, how I interpret it, it definitely means a breakthrough, right? Of course, it's a flying fish. It's going to go back into the water. But the courage to get out, to know that it's a new awakening, a new dawn. And look how free she is. Didn't I say something about freedom? If I didn't say, I'm saying it now. But that's what I was thinking in my mind when I was going through these cards. You're going to get the justice of what was owed to you for whoever took or whatever is coming in blessing-wise. Those persons are going to be judged accordingly. I hear something that's going to be fast. And you're going to get resources, monetary resources is going to flourish. Whatever you've been working on, I hear something about a boutique or something like that in spirit, it's going to take off and it's going to give you the lift off. Because with the wings, to me, the fish can fly, it can adapt, and it's pushing you out of wherever you were into your destiny, to where you need to be. And the person is ready for that. You're no longer bound. And look how the colors are matching to this. So it's reinforcing that something is going to be delivered to you. Monetary wise, whatever it is, it's going to be the resource that you need. Okay. I'm going to do one more. So basically, this new moon, those that are watching, congratulations. Finally, a breakthrough. And here it is. You got the ibex, resilience. So this is a blessing of you staying strong when you didn't see anything. And look at that. That looks like an Aries. So this is the season. The Aries season is you. Look at that yellow. Yellow represents happiness, represents the sun, represents giving. The sun is nurturing, caring, understanding, balance. Look at the strength card. She's looking up to the sun, to the heavens. Right? This is like represents to Leo to me. Leo is the 8th month. Leo to me bounces on 8. And didn't I say this energy, even though I got a 5 here that's connecting that, this is the outcome. This is the message for the new moon. You're going to be blessed. You're going to receive everything. It still bounces on 8, which is abundance. And the Emperor to me, when you see that, it's a done deal. It's happening. Let's go ahead and get into these motivational cards for you to keep going. Hallelujah. This one here is saying, dream big, work hard. Look, that's what you've been doing. And now Aries is in a position of power with the planets in its orbit, what have you, to deliver. Finally. That's why I hear somebody saying, I'm saying it too. Finally, a breakthrough that matters. All right, so we have Luke 137. It says, "For with God nothing shall be impossible." Look at that. Wow. So no more holding down and you can't do this and you got to wait to this. That's over. And the emperor has spoken. God has spoken. You're going to receive it. You're going to receive it. You're going to receive it. You're going to receive. You're looking for customers. You're looking for a true mate. Whatever. It's coming in. And that the night is going to deliver it. No more being held back. No more. No more trying to reach for and you don't get it. You're going to get the Ace of Wands. All of it. All right. Let me do one more and then we are done for this check-in for this powerful week in Aries of the new moon. What is that? What is that message going to be? I'm going to get it. This is Romans, "The God of hope fill you with all joy and peacefulness." Ain't that something? The 10 there represents peace. It represents fulfillment. Everything that you have will bring you peace of what you need. And there it is. Okay? So just to recap, this new moon is going to be very powerful to deliver what needs to be delivered. I'm going to move these cards out of the way. And what you worked hard for is going to be rewarded. Okay? It's going to be rewarded. For some reason I'm doing it like you're doing a visual board, but nevertheless, it's going to be rewarded. And that's what you need to be able to move forward, to be and do your destiny. So with that, if you want to do a session, check out my description in this video and book it, and we'll go from there. All right, this is Cherie with Psychic Hope Intuitive. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it. And look at that, I got the hair fat. So that definitely means that changes are coming, big changes, and you deserve it. All right, talk to you in the next one.